First, we'll start off with identifying some Euro myths involved in the terminology of this land. America. The term America, according to U.S. history, was supposedly taken from the Italian navigator Amerigo Vespucci. The truth is, the term is a two-part word. Amer, taken from the French word more, which were the inhabitants of West Africa, Morocco, and Mali. These Africans were also referred to as Mer, Moor, or Morenos in Spain to mean black. The term Moor is the root word of the Latin term amor, or the French word amour, or the Italian term amore, which means beloved, and was the term used in reference to the Moroccan kings who sailed via Spain and became religious leaders of the Vatican. The original Vatican priesthood was African. Catholic equals cat holistic, or holy cat, of Egyptian symbolism, symbolized by the Sphinx. The Moroccan priesthood oversaw the papal government. The term Rika derived from the Middle English word reek to mean power realm. Power was determined by bloodlines and by wealth. Thus the term rich or Reich, and referred to the Moroccans, the wealthy Moroccans that was depicted in the films Casablanca and The King and I. The term American literally refers to the early inhabitants of this land who wore gold in their noses. Next term, Indian. The term Indian was first coined by Christopher Columbus during his first journey in 1492. Columbus was under the impression that when he arrived in the Bahamas, he was in the East Indies. When Columbus encountered the Arawaks, he referred to them as Indians because their skin color and hair texture was similar to that of Hindu people of Asia. The term India only applies to inhabitants of the country of India, not the indigenous people of America. Today, the term Indian is officially used as a term of determination by the United States federal government. However, there is no clear and concise definition for the term when it deals with classification and tribal eligibility. For argument's sake, though, this term will appear various times throughout this lecture. Native American. The term native is from the Middle English word natif, which means belonging to a particular place by birth. It is a misconception that the term Native American refers to the so-called American Indian. The truth is that anyone born in America is a Native American, but not necessarily an American Indian. Indigenous. The term indigenous means native, coming from the Latin word indigena. The difference between indigenous and native is that native refers to residence, while indigenous refers directly to ethnicity. Within the word indigenous is the word gene, which means to give birth or freeborn. American citizen. The term American citizen refers to persons or an inhabitant of a city or town who is entitled to the rights and privileges of a free man. American citizens must be entitled or granted the various rights of the nation, but not necessarily the same rights as an indigenous or native people. The people must become members of the United States in most cases and withdraw their membership with their birth nation. And finally, illegal alien. The term illegal alien refers to persons of another country who are not naturalized or granted citizenship. We will need to pay attention to these terms as we go further through this lecture.